Hello everyone, I'm Andre and I'm here to introduce you to Twigg. There's a bunch of text on our website, but I'm gonna do a quick demo just so you don't have to read most of it. So let's get down to it. I created this test repository here with my coworker Mark, who's right next to me, by the way. And let's just pretend that this is like a complex project that we're working on. I already cloned this in my computer, so let's jump to VS Code and let's get started. So I'm gonna start writing the my first commit here. I'm gonna create a file here and create our first function, and this will be our first commit. We're just creating a function to create a greet message, right? So let's create the first commit. We do that by just typing in the commit command and passing in a message. So, and now let's just push this to the server. Now when we log, we're gonna see like this is gonna show which commit we're at. This is this yellow @ symbol just shows we're here, and these are the commit identifiers. So they identify which commit we're at right now, right? So this is the commit number 1 locally. So in my computer, this is the commit 1. This might change from computer to computer, right? And the server number of this commit, which is universal, it's always the same number, is 1. And they're both in V0. We'll soon get to what these versions mean. So now this commit has been pushed. Let's go to the website and refresh the page. We're gonna see it here. So this is the first commit I created. I'm gonna add a description to it. This renders in Markdown, by the way, but let's just keep this title for now. And now this commit is ready to be reviewed and submitted, right? It's not approved yet, but it's gonna be reviewed by Mark. But I don't wanna wait for Mark to review this, right? I wanna keep on working, but I also don't wanna need to make like a huge commit before I send this to review. But Twigg allows us to do that very easily. So while this commit is under review, I'm gonna go back to VS Code and I'm gonna keep working. I'm gonna create a commit on top of this one. I'm gonna create a commit stack, right? So let's now use this greet function to print a message. So I'm gonna create a main file here, and we're gonna create our second commit on top of this one. All of this is happening while Mark can review the other commit we created, right? And we can use this VS Code extension here, which is going to show what this commit is doing, what it's changing. So now that I'm happy with this commit, I can just create another commit on top of this one. So commit, again, pass in a message, and push. Now both commits are pushed. We are currently at this one here. You can control click here. This takes you to the website. And now let's see if Mark has approved the commits or added some sort of feedback. So when we go to the website, you will see Mark already approved this one. This one is ready to submit, but this one has unresolved comments. And an important thing here is these tags of commits. When you see the changes, you're only going to see the change with respect to the parent. Now commit 2 was written on top of commit 1, right? And that's what we see here. So we are only reviewing what this commit changes with respect to its parent. That's probably what Mark reviewed here. Let's add a quick description. And this is approved, but it says commit 1 must be submitted first because this one is before commit 2, right? So let's check that one out. And we see Mark has added some feedback to us. So this is terrible. You should be ashamed. Use printf. Okay, that's fair. So let's address this comment that Mark added. We can see here, right? So how do we do that? Let's go back to VS Code. And now what we need to do is to change to this commit number 1. We're currently at commit number 2. So let's just go down, and down will take us to this commit. And now let's just fix. Let's use sprintf. Like Mark suggested. There we go. And now what we do is we run the amend commit. What amend will do is it will edit, so amend this commit, and what happens is it'll auto rebase the other commits. So we see now we can go to this commit number 2 right here, and you see it's now V1. What happened is that Twigg automatically rebased commit 2 on top of this new one, and we can see that by passing in the all options. See, this was the commit 1 V0, this was the commit 2 V0. When we amended it, it became commit 1 V1, and when this one was when we amended this one, the commit 2 was auto rebased to become commit 2 V1. Awesome. So let's push these changes now that we addressed the comment, and let's see if Mark reviewed and what he thinks about this one. And great, he approved this one. So what Mark probably did when reviewing this is in here you can select. We usually by default it's selected the parent, but you can select version 0, and then what you can do is you can compare how version 1 changed with respect to version 0, and then we can see here easily that we just changed this line, which is what Mark asked us to do. So Mark resolved this comment. It now has LGTM, so looks good to me or looks good to Mark. And it's ready to submit. So we can go ahead and submit this one. And now commit 2 is also ready to submit. Submit this one. Now both of them are submitted. And I can pull them back in VS Code by just running pull. And when I look at the commit graph, I'll see I'm here and that they're both submitted. And that's pretty much it. It's important to tell that like we did this with text files, but Twig doesn't discriminate. This all works with large files, with binary files, in the same way that it works with text files. So definitely give Twig a try. Reach us out on Discord if you have any questions, and thank you so much.